So much. So, good evening, everybody. My name is Emily Marchito. I am a past worthy advisor in California Rainbow. I'm from Fullerton Yorba Linda Assembly, and I'm also a member of the state leadership team here in California. So, tonight I have with me my Grand Deputy, Mrs. Christina Shomes. She's waving over there. And then I also see Holly Winter, and Holly is a Grand Officer this year. Holly is member of the Grand Executive Committee, Dean of the Grand Cross, and representative to Connecticut and Rhode Island. On Saturday, Holly will open Grand Assembly, and she will get to serve her Grand Assembly as a Grand Officer, and it is so exciting. We are all very excited to log on. We will be having a virtual Grand Assembly. And that's just such an exciting thing. It's something we've never done. And I'm very proud of Holly for making it through 2 years. She is one of your own. She's from San Fernando Valley Assembly in Van Nuys. And right, Holly? Yes. Perfect. Yes. So if you do want to support your local assembly, you would be going to Holly's assembly. In the chat, I will share with you the website. If you go to that website, that's our state Rainbow website. She can tell you all the information you'd ever want to know about California Rainbow. And I've also shared with you Mrs. Maple's email. She is the mother advisor of San Fernando Assembly. And if you would like to join any of their meetings, please reach out to her, and I'm sure she would be happy to send you the Zoom information. They meet on the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month. All right. For 99 years, the International Order of the Rainbow for Girls has been developing young women into amazing leaders and rounded individuals. Here in California, Rainbow has opened assemblies up and down the state, filled with girls eager and ready to serve their communities. But today, we don't have the privilege of full corps of officers and packed meeting rooms. We are at a much smaller scale than that of 1980. In 2021, we are still going. Even throughout the course of the pandemic, California Rainbow has not slowed down. Hours of service have been given by our local assemblies. Countless Zoom calls have been held to play games and watch movies. Advisory boards have still been busy at work supporting the youth in their assemblies. Girls just like me have shown faith, courage, and a growth mindset. Our grand family has held us together and created an environment where I didn't need to be in person to feel connected. Our grand worthy advisor, Isabella, kept our spirits high and dedicated her efforts to our success in 2020, along with her leading Lemur grand officers. Our Supreme Inspector, Mrs. Regier, never once failed to look out for the best interests of the girls and adults in her jurisdiction. Our Grand Executive Committee made heart-wrenching decisions over our safety. Because of all of these amazing people, we laughed, we grew, and we understood the value of togetherness. Using our resources, we did things differently than ever before. Hosting events and celebrations in a new way challenged the minds of our organization's great leaders. However, the course of our new developments have not strayed us away from our Masonic roots. As we near our 100th year of Rainbow, we ask for the continued support of our Masons. By attending Rainbow meetings, joining advisory boards, and supporting in Assembly's activities, you can make a difference in the lives of our girls. San Fernando Valley Rainbow meets on the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month over Zoom. I've shared the Mother Advisor's email in the chat. I would love to see you all at their next meeting on April 13th at 7 p.m. Make a difference in the world with California Rainbow. Please share with us your daughters, granddaughters, family, and friends who are between the ages of 11 and 20 and could benefit from our teachings. You can find our contact information at gocarainbow.org. Prospective members you refer to us keep our Masonic order healthy and growing. Thank you.
What, no flag tribute?
Well, if you'd like a flag tribute, I have a few.
American flag.
American flag? Do you want one?
You're the best, so go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Impress them.
All right, let's see what I've got. What about Ragged Old Flag by Johnny Cash? Will that work?
Yes,
absolutely.
That's good.
Will that work? I've given it quite a few times. Okay. All right. I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. He said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "Nah, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole is leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you've got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" He said, "I think it is." I said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching it, writing, Say, Can You See? And she got a bad rip in New Orleans, with Packenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. And she almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on through. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field and World by her Uncle Sam. She waved from our ships upon the briny foam, and now they've about quit waving her here at home. In her own good land, she's been abused. She's been burned, denied, dishonored, and refused. And the government for which she stands has been scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare, and she's wearing thin. And bring her down slow every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her upright. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag. Okay, it looks like I'm back. I must have got kicked off.
You did a fantastic job. At least I heard till the end. So
Till the end. Ooh, perfect. I know I was frozen. I was like, can you hear me? I guess so. All right. Does anyone have any questions for me? I don't have too many more flag tributes to recite.
Yeah, it's open to everybody. Anybody who wants to ask questions regarding the Rainbow Girls, the floor is open for Sister Emily and the Rainbow Girls.
well, can you talk a little bit about Pledge?
Absolutely. So Pledge is a program we have for girls who are between the ages of 8 to 11. So Rainbow is only open to girls who are 11 to 20. Those are the girls that we focus on in our organization, but we also have a little bit smaller of a group for younger girls. And those girls are all waiting to become Rainbow Girls when they turn 11. So I was in Pledge. I joined Pledge when I was 8 years old. And we did a lot of craft projects, a lot of service projects, and it also gave us the opportunity to interact with the Rainbow Girls in our assembly, the ones that we would be serving in Rainbow with once we turned 11. So I think it's a great program, and if you do know anybody who is not quite 11 yet, we'd love to have them in any of our pledge programs throughout the state. Many assemblies have them, but not every assembly does. In our areas, we probably have 2 pledge groups per area, I would say. And those groups are thriving, full of girls eager and ready to join Rainbow when they turn 11. I think it was an amazing opportunity, at least for me, and I'm really grateful I was in Pledge. Starting from a young age, and now I can say I've been involved in Rainbow for 9 years already. So I got a question in the chat. What is a flag tribute and why is it important to Rainbow Girls? So I know a lot of different organizations give flag tributes, but Rainbow, our 3 main flag tributes, we give a American flag tribute, a rainbow flag tribute, California flag, and a Christian flag tribute are the main ones. Our Grand Corps of Officers includes a color bearer, which gives the rainbow flag or the American flag tribute at Grand Assembly, as well as a Christian flag bearer, a California flag bearer, and a rainbow flag bearer. So these flag tributes are really important to us because it reminds us of what we really stand for and what we believe in. They're symbols, and we really appreciate those. I know my personal favorite is the American flag tribute. I have given them so many times, probably at least 15 American flag tributes. And I love it every single time, but I know every girl has a different tribute that's really close to their heart. Oh, when we can meet in person again, I am really looking forward to giving Mrs. Winter a hug. I do really miss all of our Rainbow Girls and adults, and seeing them on Zoom is just not quite the same. And I just want to go run up to them and give them a hug and see what they've been up to, which I'm sure isn't a whole lot at their houses. But, you know, I am excited to just go back in an assembly room and especially give my ritual work because that's something that we have not been able to do this past year. Our Supreme Worthy Advisor has not allowed us to give ritual work over Zoom, which is okay. It's completely understandable, but it is my favorite part about going to a meeting. So I'm very excited to get back into Rainbow and give some ritual work. Okay, what else do you have for me? Ooh, so what are the requirements for joining? You do not need to be connected to a Mason. I want to say about 30, 40 years ago, you did. My grandfather was a Master Mason, and my grandma is an Eastern Star, and my mom is also a Rainbow Girl and a member of Eastern Star, but that is not a requirement to join. It used to be you either had to be the daughter or granddaughter of a Mason in order to join Rainbow, but now anybody can join at all. You don't have to have any relation. Once you are a Rainbow Girl, after that you can join Eastern Star or any of our other organizations in the Masonic family. So you don't need any relation. You can be a complete random, and we'd love to have you. So if someone asked why she should join Rainbow, I would tell her that she would grow exponentially as a person. So not only do you meet a lot of new people, a lot of friends, family, you also really grow. You develop yourself. So I have had the opportunity to serve on the membership team and the leadership team. Also a ritual team where we memorize ritual work as a team, and we practiced and practiced. It is these little teams and these little groups and projects we work on that really develop you as a person, as well as going places and giving speeches and giving flag tributes that really push you out of your comfort zone a little bit and help you grow. They prepare you for life. And that, I think, is a great reason to join Rainbow. So, Mr. Winter wants to know a little bit more about what Grand Assembly is. So Grand Assembly is our annual convention, much like Grand Lodge in California. It is held either in Fresno or Ontario in March or April. This year, it will be held on a virtual platform. It won't be Zoom, and it will be this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We are super excited to go into Grand Assembly this year. Every year we have it the same time, and we celebrate the grand officers from that past year. They get to perform their ritual work, as well as many announcements and just many celebrations of being in Rainbow in California. Oh, a ton of service. I would definitely have to agree. So service is the basis of our organization. We do so many projects. This year's Grand Service Project is the Painted Turtle. It is a camp for children who have some type of Holly, you know what? Let's hear from our grand officer. Holly, could you explain the Painted Turtle for us?
Yeah, I can do that. So the Painted Turtle is an organization that's actually over by where I live, near Santa Clarita. And it's sorry, I haven't had to talk about this in like a year. So it's a camp for kids that have disabilities, whether it be, they're usually disabilities that hinder the way that they walk or their immune system. So it gives them an opportunity to interact with kids just like them in an environment that's safe for them and an environment that is away from their parents, but still controlled and safe. And it gives them an opportunity to make friends that they might not in school, and just lets them have fun.
I would definitely agree with Holly on that. So it is a camp that allows those kids to just be regular kids and just go to camp and have fun. So throughout the year, we have been raising money for this Grand Service Project. Well, actually, the last 2 years now. That money will be donated at Grand Assembly. This weekend, we will find out the total amount of money that we have donated and collected throughout these last 2 years. We've also done quite a bit of service projects for those children. My assembly in particular has made friendship bracelets. We started them all out. Right now we're working on paracord lanyards. Those are so difficult, but I mean, I got to figure it out. I have to turn mine in soon. And also we have had a blanket drive with tie blankets to give all of the kids with the Painted Turtle, and a beach towel drive for those kids. So when they go to camp, they can come home with a brand new beach towel that signifies their summer at camp. Every year, a new Grand Service Project is chosen by the Grand Worthy Advisor, and we spend that whole year collecting funds and working towards bettering that organization. So, Mr. James, what is the difference between Rainbow Girls and Job's Daughters? So I can't speak too far into Job's Daughters because I have not ever joined, but I am a Rainbow Girl, and I can say they have, I want to say different, they definitely have a different ritual than us, but they have a little different format. I would say different traditions and definitely a different like grand assembly format as well. Sammy, could you explain that a little bit further for me? Ooh, Rainbow is a little bit more service-based. I do like that, Holly. We are, okay. So yeah, I would have to say a little bit more service, the same concept of sisterhood and a Masonic youth organization for girls, and we're all around the same age. Thank you, Sammy. All right, what else do you have? Ooh, the 7 rainbow lessons. So the rainbow in Rainbow is a rainbow of 7 colors, and each color has a different representation to us. It means something different. And in our initiatory ceremony, we go over the 7 lessons of the rainbow, what they mean to us, and how you will learn these lessons as you go through your time as a rainbow girl. So our first lesson is red, and it is love. The second one is religion, and it is orange. The third one is nature. Nature is yellow. And then we have green for immortality, blue for fidelity, indigo for patriotism, which is my personal favorite, and violet for service. Every rainbow girl has a different one that they hold close to their heart for no particular reason. That's just their office, and they just really appreciate that office. So you could go around and ask any rainbow girl, what's your favorite office? And they would say, oh, I like service. So we do really take these lessons into consideration, and they follow with us throughout our whole lives. We also have 5 line offices, and those offices are faith, hope, charity, worthy associate, and worthy advisor. And faith, hope, and charity are really important lessons to us as well. We do not have specific uniforms. For our regular meetings, we wear formal dresses, and those dresses are any color except a very dark color, black, and they are floor-length dresses. Oftentimes, we have funky dresses with all sorts of different material. I think I have a dress with astronauts on it. I have a dress with ducks on it, frogs. I have all sorts of dresses. So we really do like to play around and express ourselves with our dress selection when we go to meetings, and then we just wear some type of flats as our shoes. We always look presentable to our meetings, but we do not wear the same thing because we think that'd be pretty boring. So Rainbow began in 1922 when a master mason, Reverend W. Sexton, wrote a ritual for girls, and he wanted his daughter to be involved in something Masonic. So he wrote this ritual. Now it's blue, but it's a little book. And since 1922, it has grown to many different countries, and I believe almost all the states in the United States. Here in California, we have assemblies up and down the state. We're still going strong, but I know some states have shrunk in size significantly. But we have Rainbow Sisters all over the world because of Reverend W. Mark Sexton. And then next year, we will be celebrating 100 years of Rainbow, which is very exciting. It's something that we're really grateful to still have around. Our headquarters are still in McAlester, Oklahoma, where he founded the first Rainbow Assembly in, I believe, April of 1922. April or June, one of those. Oh, the Philippines is absolutely growing like crazy. So is Brazil. And it is really cool how in other countries, they adapt the ritual which was written here in America to their languages and their cultures and their whole lifestyle. It's changed a little bit to make it them, and that's so cool. I don't believe Mexico has rainbow, but I know Canada does. Bolivia has rainbow, Brazil, the Philippines. Italy used to have rainbow. Australia and the Orient Pacific have rainbow. And the grand officers in California are also grand representatives. And so they have a few states or a few different jurisdictions that they're responsible for coordinating with that whole year. And their correspondence is then shared at our Grand Assembly every year. So this weekend, Holly will share with us what Connecticut and Rhode Island have been up to this past 2 years. And we are super excited to hear about our other jurisdictions and how they're doing. So we will hear about the Philippines and Australia and Connecticut and Florida, all the states and what they've been up to. And we're so thrilled that our grand officers are able to share that with us. So when you turn 20 and you're majority from Rainbow, we have a ceremony for you. And then after that, you have many opportunities. You can either join Eastern Star, any of our other Masonic organizations for females. You can also just stay and support Rainbow. We have many adult supporters that we're so grateful for. Our advisory board members, which you do have to be 25 to be an advisory board member, but we have great supporters in our assembly who are just majority out of Rainbow and still looking for something to do. So we're very fortunate for those girls as well. So activities prior to COVID-19. So last summer we went to Disneyland as in jurisdiction. It was so much fun. The leadership team led a leadership activity at Grand Assembly. It was a great time. We went along with some of the cast members at Disneyland, and we talked about the characteristics that made Walt Disney a successful businessman and a great leader. That was an awesome day. After we had our little training with those cast members, we went off and were able to go on rides and walk around and do whatever we wanted to do with our Rainbow Sisters and family. So that was probably the event that stuck out to me the most. We also have initiations, installations, and receptions that are in person that I really do look forward to. And oh, Mrs. Shomes, yeah, she's never left. So Mrs. Shomes was a Rainbow girl in Nevada and she moved to California and she's still here at Rainbow. So I do think that many of the adults really never leave. You do not have to be of any specific religion or creed to be a Rainbow girl. Anybody can join. Like, you don't have to be related to a Mason. You don't have to be a specific religion. We accept everybody, although Rainbow was founded on Christian values. So our installations are open to the public, and all other meetings are private meetings, but they are open to Master Masons. Any of you could come to our meetings, members of the Eastern Star, Masons, Order of the Amaranth, any of our Masonic adults are invited to our meetings, and we would love to have you. I know that our meetings on Zoom are open to anybody because we are not giving our ritual work, but our ritual work is private and open only to Rainbow girls and Masonic adults. So installations when we are in person and virtual are open to anybody at all. We would love to see you at some of our events when we open back up. And even now, if I can share again with you Mrs. Maple's information, so you can go ahead and reach out to her. I know San Fernando would love to have some Masons at their next meeting. Right, Holly? Yeah, love to see all of you. I plan on being there. So you have that information. If you want to give her an email, I'm sure she would love to share with you the Zoom information for next meeting. So Masonic lodges can help our youth orders in many different ways. I would say some of the best things you can do are just going to a meeting. Come learn about us, come see our lessons, and meet the girls in the assemblies that are nearest to you. Those are things that really will help you support us in many ways. We're very fortunate for the adult supporters we have, especially in my assembly. We have quite a few Masons who join our Zoom calls and come to our meetings, and we're so grateful for those men. Ooh, Holly's birthday is next meeting. I didn't know that, but I'll have to put that in my calendar. So let's all go and celebrate Holly's birthday. Another way that you can help our organization is through membership. If you have a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece, a neighbor, a family friend, anybody who you think might be able to benefit from our lessons, we would love to reach out to them and get to know them a little better and see if they'd like to join us in all of our fun and our service and our sisterhood. Membership is essential. Right now, we don't have too many members, you know. A lot of people are going off and playing sports and joining so many other activities, and me as well. I play rugby and I sail, and that takes up a lot of time too, but I have never given up the time that I put into Rainbow. It's just one of my priorities. But yeah, if you know any girls who could possibly be interested in our organization, we would love to have them. You can either go on to the Go See a Rainbow website and reach out to us that way. Or if they're local, you can reach out to Mrs. Maples, and I'm sure she would love to have them in San Fernando Valley Assembly. And a homecoming meeting. So every year after Grand Assembly, we have a homecoming meeting, and that is where we celebrate the new Grand Officers, the junior past Grand Officers, and just everybody coming back from a great Grand Assembly. And we just are appreciative that we're all together there. And we normally wear our dresses that we wore at Grand Assembly as well. So a homecoming meeting is a whole lot of fun. Yes, a Rainbow Girl can join Job's Daughters. I'm not sure what the requirements are to join Job's Daughters, but I know there are a lot of girls who are in Rainbow and in Job's Daughters. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason you cannot be in both.
Excuse me, where's the advice? if you can hear me okay, Samantha Maples happens to be a member of both Rainbow.
Mhm.
And Jobs lifted their requirement for a Masonic parent or grandparent. And as far as I know, Rainbow's never had that requirement, much like you. Sorry, go ahead.
There we go.
Emily, this is Bob Alexander. I'm actually the past associate grand guardian for Job's daughters
Mhm.
for the state. And the difference between Job's and Rainbow, they're very similar. They both teach, leadership skills, organizational skills, and they're all very good organizations for the young ladies. The difference to join Job's daughters, in the past, you used to have a Masonic relationship. They did away with that about 3 years ago. Now what you have to do to join Job's daughters, if you don't have a Masonic relationship, you have to be sponsored by a Mason. So you don't have to be related to them, just a Mason. It can't be the associate Bethel guardian, but it has to be a Mason from the lodge just to sponsor that young lady, saying that she's upstanding and the qualities that you would want in either Rainbow or Job's.
Perfect. That is good to know. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. So it does look like it is very similar requirements to join, except for Job's daughters, you must be sponsored by a Mason. All right, if there are no other questions, then I would just like to thank you all for listening to me.
Before we finish, first I would like to thank all the participants, especially our speaker. Emily, I'll just get your information and email, but I have a little something for you, so I'm not gonna show the number, but it's a surprise. I'll send it to you through mail.
All right.
And yeah, thank you so much for the very important information. We don't have a Rainbow Girls in San Fernando.
Mhm.
We don't have Demole. We don't have any youth order, but any youth order who wishes to meet in San Fernando, feel free to communicate with us.
Yes, and I do believe that your closest assembly meets in Van Nuys, but right now it's virtual, so you don't have to travel at all to go to their meetings. And Holly would love to see you. Holly and Sammy would love to see you at a San Fernando Valley meeting.
And I might mention that San Fernando Valley Assembly used to be San Fernando Assembly, and they used to meet in San Fernando. I don't know what happened so that they migrated, but we support them anyways.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
We'd love to have it.
Bring it back. We're gonna do some activities when we get back in person. Yeah.
And yes, I'm very excited to do some activities back in person.
I will discuss it to you, Sister Emily, on email regarding the Great Wolf Lodge.
Perfect. Thank you.
They did that in Hollywood Lodge for Demolays, and they have a good turnout.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'd love to be there.
And also, birthday girl, Miss Holly, don't forget to send me the link.
I definitely will. I know that Sammy and Mrs. Maples, Sammy is the worthy advisor right now, and Mrs. Maples is the mother advisor. So Mr. Maples, Zach Maples' wife and daughter right now, they just said in the chat that they will actually send that to you, because I'd have to get the link from them. So they will send you that they will send you that link directly.
I'm still part of, yeah. I'm still part of the youth order. Just don't look at my identification card. That's why I told Worshipful Bob, I'm still part of the youth. Don't look at my age and my ID. Sister Christina, how are you there, sister? You have
Here, hello.
Thank you for, joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having us and great job, Emily. We love having a chance to talk to Masons. Emily and I have done this before a few
Yes.
times. So thank you so much. It's great to see everyone.
Thank you again. Worshipful Bob, thank you. One of my mentors,
Yeah,
Super
you're
Bob.
welcome.
Always there. And there's some Demole from Hollywood Lodge, the past Grand Counselor, Mr. Santos. You want to say something about your Demole, any activity or future events?
Thank you, Dad Chanyu. So actually there is an upcoming event for my chapter, Hollywood chapter. So tomorrow at 7:30 p.m., Hollywood chapter is going to be hosting a script reading. So it's basically we're going to be reading out a script. I believe we're going to be reading out from The Tempest. And then we're going to be reading it and then throwing our little spins into the entire story and plot of it. And other than that, that's all of our events coming up for this month.
Is that in Gardena?
This is for Hollywood chapter.
Oh, Hollywood chapter. Okay.
And then Gardena tomorrow for Gardena Demolay, we're also going to be holding a Demolay informational for the Masons tomorrow for the Gardena Demolay.
Uh-huh. Thank you, past Grand Counselor. I would like to acknowledge also the presence of Sister May Williams. I believe she's a Rainbow Girl also. Sister May, if we can hear from you. Sister May is muted.
Hello.
Hi, good day to you. I know you're in the Philippines, right?
And actually, I'm in New York.
New York.
I'm very happy to hear some of you girls and ladies. It brought me back to my younger years. And Brother Reynald Chinold Reyes was the one who sent me the invitation, and I said, all right. And then here I am, and it's nice.
Well,
So
we're
you're
very happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sister May, you're a Rainbow Girl also? Part of the-
Yes. In Cebu, in the Philippines,
Oh,
during
wow.
my college days.
Wow, amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, it's nice to connect,
I know it's
I've
late
been
there.
lost for some time, very long time.
It's a good refresher. And
It's very, it's very nice. I remember the times and I see the pictures from the Facebook of Brother Chinold, and I say, wow, this is the lodge, and like, wow, this brings back great good memories, and I'm glad that I'm invited here.
yeah, you are.
But I'm
Thank-
Filipino. I'm of course from Philippines, but I'm already here in New York, so I'm just probably ahead of you by
3 hours.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you for staying late with us.
Yeah.
Who else is here? Sister Ashley. I think Sister Ashley is a Job's daughter. I'm not sure. Job's daughter or Rainbow Girl from Atwater. She's muted. That's fine. Who else is here? Yeah, Brother Ronald Reyes is here. He's a former Demole and a Master Mason. Good evening, brother.
Senior Demole.
Senior Demole.
Thank you for coming by. Yeah. Yeah. Past master, Chevalier degree, Cross of Honor degree. That's the achievement. I mean, that's all.
Thank you, brother. And our Tyler from San Fernando, Brother Oji. Thank you for joining us tonight, Brother Oji. He usually travels from state to state because he drives his big truck, and I'm glad he joined us tonight. Yeah, I'm amazed that he's home. So usually I call him, he's in Vancouver, or he's in Alberta or like really far. So thank you again, thank you again, Brother Oji. Who else is here? Worshipful Rick Baka. Worshipful Rick. Good evening to you, sir.
Hey there, how you doing?
Again, I would like to thank you for joining us tonight.
Sure, sure. You know, Oasis Lodge, we have our, we're doing a youth orders thing. I'll let Danny Fox speak on it if he's still here. Ours is next week.
Okay.
We're going to have representatives from all three youth groups there giving the talk. So Grandmaster will be there. So we're looking forward to that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but great talk tonight, Emily. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Worshipful Danny Fox. He's hiding himself. Worshipful Danny.
Thank you, Worship. I'm here. Thank you
There you
so
go.
much. Thank you so much for inviting me and for being part of this. I think it was an amazing presentation. And once again, thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing, Worshipful. And thanks to these young women that are working so hard for their community and for themselves and for for everyone. Thank you, Worshipful.
Thank you, Worshipful Danny. He's the current Worshipful Master of Oasis Lodge in downtown. What number was that? 857?
854.
854.
And we're at and while you called me out, then I just want to say really quick, Tuesday, March 30th, I think Sammy Maples is going to join us, and we invited the Bethel, we invited Rainbow Girls and Team Olay. We're having our youth Masonic order night Tuesday at 7 p.m. If you don't have the information, please, Mrs. Maples already has it. Thank you, Worshipful.
Thank you, Worship Danny. I'll get the information to Sister Karen. And then Sister Karen Harris. Is she here?
Oh, I'm here.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Do you
It
have
was
some?
a very nice presentation, Emily. It's nice to hear. I was a Rainbow Girl, and I am a past Grand Officer and currently a Grand Deputy. And Holly and Sammy are one of my girls, or two of my girls. So, and they've all done very well. So what was explained was right on.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Harris.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss Harris, for staying with us tonight. Who else is here? Worshipful Jeff Davis. He's muted. Brother Junior Warden, Chris Brickman. Good evening, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you to Emily and the rest of the Rainbow Girls and everybody that's here tonight. I've been to a few Rainbow meetings myself, and I have to say that it's been some of the most interesting ritual work and meeting work that I've ever seen as a Mason in any of the different groups that I'm in. And I'm just proud of you all. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm really, really excited to be there at the next meeting.
Thank you, Brother Chris. Who else? Sister Janelle. He's the daughter of the past master of San Fernando.
Yes, like Worshipful Sean has said, I'm the daughter of Worshipful Louis Liberato. On behalf of him and the rest of my family of San Fernando Lodge number 343, Emily, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And unfortunately, I'm sorry my father couldn't see you this evening because, we have family going on, an emergency going on. But it's been an honor to meet you. Worshipful Rick, again, Baka's nice seeing you as well, and everyone else. It's I have a friend who was part of the Job's Daughters and the Rainbow Girls, and I was supposed to do it, but unfortunately I am past that age, but I still support them, and hopefully.
Don't reveal your age.
Yeah, I'm retired, sadly.
Okay.
Thank you, Worshipful Sean.
Thank you, Sister Janelle. Last but not the least, I will give the floor to the birthday girl.
Thank you. I just want to say great job, Emily. I was really excited when I got to hear that you get to talk to my dad's lodge. You did a wonderful job. And I just, like Emily did, I wanted to invite you all to our next meeting, which is April 13th at 7 p.m. And if I could get your email contact information so that I can send that off to Mrs. Maples, or if you could put it in the chat, that would be great, so that she can get you that Zoom link so that all of you could come and join us. And I just want to say that my dad joined Masonry because my mom was in Rainbow and then I was in Rainbow. So that's kind of his link to Masonry, and that's why he joined in the first place. So our organization can help get you members, and I think that's something that's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy early birthday, Holly. I'm sorry I can't be there. But I'll be there in spirit, I promise.
Sister Emily, the primary.
Thank you. So I will be at San Fernando's next meeting to wish Holly a very happy birthday, and I hope the rest of you are there to join as well. Thank you all for your support tonight. I am very appreciative that you came to hear about Rainbow. It's something that we all are really passionate about as Rainbow Girls, and we're very excited to share with you. If you have any questions, I know my email is in the chat, but I put a P instead of a C for .com. But I'm sure we can figure that out. So if anyone would like to reach out with me with any more questions, or our Grand Deputy, Mrs. Harris, or Mother Advisor, Mrs. Maples, I'm sure they would love to answer any questions you may have, and we are very excited to have your support. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. But before I forget, when we open lodge soon, so I would like to schedule, just to get a heads up, I would like to schedule for a free dinner for the youth orders. You're welcome to attend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. So Worshipful Bob is there. So Worshipful Bob, we're ready. We're ready to open soon.
Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And getting to, getting those youth activities that we talked about, inviting the, Rainbow Joves and DMLA to those functions when we can open up, and hopefully that'll increase membership and lodge activity with the youth groups.
On behalf of my father, Worshipful Bob, nice to meet you, sir. It's been an
Thank you.
honor.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I forgot somebody. Worshipful Joey Narte of Atwater. Worshipful sir. He's muted. Worshipful Joey. Oh, okay. No mic. Okay. So again, Emily, thank you. And email me. How would I send this one, the card?
Perfect. I will.
Yeah, for dinner card. So send me the a mailing address, and then I might visit my sister next month. So I usually go there overnight and play there in the park. So hope to see you. You live close.
Yes.
And then, oh, I have a question also.
Absolutely.
In behalf of my daughter, because I think Holly and Sammy remember that we attended an installation in Van Nuys. So first question my daughter throw at me, like she said, "Dad, am I gonna wear those kind of princess dresses?" So like, I don't know. So in behalf of her, she doesn't want to ask. So I mean, I personally would like to ask that information. So she was asking me that, am I gonna wear those kind of princess dresses? So that's why I was asking about is there any specific uniform? So
no, we do not have a specific uniform. Some girls do wear very fancy glittery dresses, and then some girls have super wacky dresses. I even have a Fruit Loop dress with cereal on it. So you do get to play around and really show who you are in your dresses. And so wearing the fancy princess dresses is really cool sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, no, I'm gonna dress like a box of cereal today. So it really depends on what you want to look like.
Yeah. And my answer was just observe, because I can give her any
Mhm.
answer because I don't know anything. So Sammy and Sister Karen, thanks for the answer. They're yeah, I know they're cute. They're cute. I saw the installation. They're cute. It was fun. So it's her first time. So she just turned 12 last February. So I'll bring her when I attend the rainbow.
Absolutely. And she can also join in on a regular meeting as well.
Yeah,
Right
I'll tell
now.
them to stop playing Roblox instead of attending the rainbow meeting. Yeah, so 12. So at least yeah, it's a good start.
It'll keep
That's a
them
great
busy,
age.
Worshipful Sean. It'll keep them busy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would know. Like I said, Worshipful Sean says not to say my age, but I'm retired. But we
Yeah.
still, it's good to give support either way.
Yeah, I know she will be in good hands. Holly's there, and then Sammy.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Holly and Sammy. Come on. They're good people.
Yeah.
Holly can back me up on that. Yeah, she's like, yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna edit the video after, so I'm gonna send it to Emily the link for the video tonight. I know the internet was weird, so like it was cutting on and off. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it was good. It was clearly explained and amazing. Like the information was there, so it's clear.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start putting the information in my stated meeting. So
Perfect. I know we'd really appreciate that.
I owe you guys dinner for an hour lunch, steak dinner. So let's continue to stay safe and
Wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart. Don't be COVID paranoid like myself.
no parties yet. So we'll wait. I know we want to do that soon, but
I think we all missed the parties and the happy birthday stuff.
any last words, Sister Emily?
I don't have any. I hope everyone has a great night.
Yeah, thank you again, Worshipful Bob. And then Emily, don't forget the mailing address so I can mail it tomorrow.
Absolutely. I will email you tonight.
Okay, and then yeah, great presentation.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Worshipful, thank you. So that concludes the night. Excellent. Emily, thank you again. Holly, your dad, I know he's here. Sammy, Sister Karen, where's the dad? Zach Maples, I want him to speak, but I believe he's driving. If you're not, okay, unmuted. Brother Zach.
First of all, Sean, wonderful presentation. Emily, thank you. That was incredibly informative. And I truly appreciate everything you folks do for your community as well as the Grand Service Project.
Drive safe, Brother Zach.
It was nice seeing you, Brother Zach. I'm glad I saw you, sort of, on behalf of my father.
Worshipful Leo Rivera, our lodge secretary. Worshipful, good evening. You have some words for our speaker, Sister Emily.
Words of wisdom, please.
I don't know, maybe he's muted, so that's fine. Sister Christina, again, thank you so much. It was great seeing you on Zoom. Hope to see you in person soon, everybody here.
Thank you.
Except New York. I'm not gonna travel there. Yeah. I'll see you in Facebook. Thank you again, Worshipful Bob.
If she travels from California, we would love to see her. Or to California, we would love to see her.
Okay.
We'll show you what Rainbow Girls Today do.
Yes.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay. That was a good one. Emily, this is the first time that the youth orders had a talk on the Zoom. But
really?
yeah. I mean, last year we were talking, Brother Zach Maples and Andrew Winter. I was asking their suggestions or opinions regarding youth orders because we don't have any. And that's what we plan. We invite the youth orders to talk, not to serve, but to talk. And then they're going to be special. They're going to be VIP. They don't do anything. Just invite them. So now,
We'll highlight it in their names. We'll put a chair thing, VIPs.
yeah, VIPs.
Oh, that would be super fancy.
Yeah.
Important to us, Emily. Like my father would always say, "You're family now." Like I said, I love my father, so I appreciate that. I'm sad that he couldn't make it this evening, but at least I'm here for him.
Keep the love alive.
But he gives regards to everybody.
And once again, I'd like to remind the brothers, any girls 8 to 20 can be involved in Rainbow, and they are involved past that, as my wife is a former Rainbow girl.
Oh, come on, Andy. You know I'm retired. Put my age out there. I'm just kidding, Andy.
Well,
you know I'm just
you
messing
can
with
be an Eastern Star.
I could.
Yeah.
I could, but I'm still supporting the rainbow.
Okay.
Well, we are very fortunate for your support.
Of course. My father can't do it, so I can do it. Believe it or not, he's turning 60 this year, so he's an old man. I have to take care of him.
So anybody who wishes to talk, the floor is open. I know it's late, sister. You have work tomorrow, Sister Emily?
I do not.